bars, yeah, they normally sit up here, and then I pack the whole thing. What's that?
Are you going to wear your cycling shorts on the plane? If
No,
you are,
Matt,
do you need some butt butter?
I am not going to wear my shorts on the plane.
He's already starting to show a little signs of separation anxiety. Last night he came knocking on my door after we were in bed, and he asked me if I could come out and tuck him in and read him a quick story. So,
Yeah, well, it's a hell of a journey to be working together.
yeah, he's the second longest. Darcy was the first. Now it's back to solo.
Solo through the territories.
Solo through the territories and then back into northern Alberta.
I think if you
First of all, Adam's got a real good sense of humor. He's a super easy guy to get along with. We had some amazing conversation. You know, he gave up that time with his family to come out and support me. He missed his kids tremendously. He missed his wife tremendously. And I just have a ton of respect for somebody that's willing to put himself through what he went through, supporting me. Here we are. We're staying at an Airbnb this time. Quite often we'll stay at hotels and motels along the way, but this place is great. And of course it has a map of Canada, so it seems fitting. So I've cycled all the way across and up into the Yukon. Proud of it, but also just in disbelief. And of course I still have some work to do, so I kind of feel like taking this off the wall and taking it with me because I think it's a neat reminder.
I still have laundry to do. I still need to make sure that Matt is nourished and hydrated properly because he has a tendency not to do that as well when he's not cycling. Posting to social media, responding to emails, and talking to our charity, You Can Ride Too, about the event and how it's going, and more specifically now the end day on the 27th of August, because there's a lot of balls in the air with that. I have concerns about this last leg because I've heard recently about some of the fires up in the Yellowknife area, so I'm keeping a close eye on that. If the fires are too close to Edzo or Yellowknife, we may have to make some alternate routes because I'm just not going to put anybody in danger. So it's constant.
So for me, I've gotten so used to getting on that bike. Rest days actually bring me down mentally and physically. I don't feel rested, and I actually start to worry about what's to come. The only thing that's on my mind right now is I got to get back on that bike tomorrow at 6:30 and start another 3,000 kilometers of cycling by myself now. So do I enjoy the rest days? They're not giving me the benefit other than it gives me a chance to promote the charity. It gives me a chance to work with local organizations. It gives me a chance to meet the sponsors. So there's no such thing as a rest day.
And I think our calls that we have every couple of weeks also acts as a bit of a tonic for both of us. And so about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, I guess it was, we were sort of at a crossroads. How do we make this thing go better? How do we get more money for the charity? I also have a charitable foundation, and we decided we would match the next $25,000 dollar for dollar. And I think that inspired some of my friends and the people who follow me to say, okay.
I think a lot of people are now sitting up and taking note of this and saying, okay, well, maybe this is something special. And of course, having Lyle on board and you folks on board. I actually had a thought yesterday when I was nearly clipped by a semi, and I was, oh my God, I just about got hit. And I thought if I did, it'd probably help the charity more. And I'm not trying to be discouraging, but it's almost like, what more can we do? I mean, we've got... I do worry about the finish line now. I'm actually starting to worry about it because I don't know what it's going to be. Who's going to be there? What's going to be there? I don't know what the total is going to be on our donation. And you start to accelerate the process of thinking, what can I do now? I have fewer days to do something. what are those things that I should be doing? I just hope enough people tune in and we get the big crowd at the end, and I hope the donations get up there. And I've got only, 25 days left to really turn this thing up. So
he talks about being beat up mentally, and I think that's just because of the hard task that he is engaged in. However, I think that his growth mentally and spiritually is becoming more solidified for him, and I don't know that he actually sees it as much as I do, because I'm looking at it from a different purview than he is. He is becoming a significantly more compassionate human being, and taking a look at what others are going through as opposed to just his lens. I think this is great growth for him.
So my break day is done. I've had a good rest. Yesterday I was a little bit sad, a little bit tired, but now I'm ready to go. I'm re-energized. I'm optimistic that my body feels really strong, and I'm starting towards the finish line. I don't quite see it yet, but I can definitely sense it. And I think once I get the next 3 days under my belt, I'm gonna really feel a shift in momentum. You know what? We've turned this whisper into a roar, so it's time to finish the mission.
Good evening, everyone. The military is now on the ground in the Northwest Territories as a historic airlift is underway in some of the most remote communities in the country. And tonight, the capital city of Yellowknife declared a state of local emergency. Plane loads of evacuees have already fled Hay River, Fort Smith, and Jean Marie River. It's the largest emergency airlift ever in the territory. CTV's Jill Makishon now on the urgent threat and the flights to safety.